Okay. This is a reminder. I'm videoing this for myself, mostly as a reminder that I have to put myself first and foremost in everything. As you can see, I've been breaking my heart. As I am aware, and I'm trying to be as authentic and open and transparent as possible, so that God, I can hardly see, so that I remember just the hard lessons that I've learned in my life. Today is the last day of me being 55 years old, and tomorrow I start a new chapter in my life. Today I remembered that a year ago I promised myself that in the year that I was 55 I would launch myself on social media, be out there, be authentic, be myself, my caring, my compassionate self, no holds barred, just being vulnerable, getting out of my comfort zone, and finding another way to express myself. Because up to now, I've been doing myself the biggest disservice. I have not, sorry, I meant to be looking into the camera. At the moment I can't see a damn thing. Everything's blurred. Anyway, what I'm about to say, I may get emotional, I may get angry, I may get sad, but I'm putting myself out there. Right now, my back is tight. All my stress and everything is. My frozen shoulder in my right side is playing up. All my CRPS symptoms have been triggered today, and I'm in a flare-up situation. So I'm dealing with a lot of emotional, physical, and mental challenges right now. So, excuse me. You don't want to see my nose running. So I want to thank everybody for their lovely messages. I've already replied to some of you, but I'm doing this because I've never done it before. So I've got my phone here, and I'm going to just record this. So I am replying to you all, as it's too hard to reply individually. Most of you know that's because of my CRPS. To type so many texts and whatever, I have to copy and paste, or I have to send a mass message, however I do it. And I hope you all understand my constraints and limitations, and I always find a solution for me. So today I am very, very sad. Very, very sad. But what's happened to me that was finalized for me today has made me sad, but I know that it is for the best. I'm just feeling so very vulnerable right now, and I feel put out to pasture far too soon. I'm in shock. I'm feeling numb. I feel this massive void. I feel I want to be sick. I feel ignored and dismissed as well. It'll all come clear. I will fill in the details as we go along. I'm angered that it took them so long, and here I'm talking about my previous work. I have been forced to medically retire because of my CRPS. I've got a number of issues around that, and I'm not going to go into that right. It's not appropriate here. So I'm angered that it took them so long to formally acknowledge my letter of resignation, my forced retirement through medical illness. And today's the 14th of September, and the deadline for me to do something was the end of July, I think. And I think I was a day late because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I can't think properly anymore, and hence one of the reasons why I'm now free from their shackles. So I'm angry. I've been angry for the last couple of hours, and I'm neutralized a lot of the emotion. And today, now I'm not going to swear, and I'm going to call it the funking acknowledgement. Today was a separation certificate and a cessation letter. So, primarily, this is a warning. This is an appeal to me, from me. I want you all to leverage from my experiences, my mistakes, my learnings. So I'd like you all to learn from my unique, intimate perspective and experience. And if I could go back and tell my 18-year-old self, I would say this. I'm sorry, but my foggy brain, I've written it all down in here because I can't remember. So I'll say, Lynn, do not sell your soul to any employer who does not acknowledge your personal value or your worth, your work ethics. If they don't say a job well done as often as they should or could, if they send at the end of your employment nothing but cold, hard, funking shit show details that make them think that they have ticked every box that fits their business needs and ideals, then, Lynn, they do not care about you. You are a number to them. You have been a statistical problem for them to sever. Without a thank you or anything else to interpret your last 13 years, and I'm only talking about the last 13 years, and it's only about my work since we moved to this country. This has happened in other places as well, but I've only just realized now, in the last few years. I've only really acknowledged it to myself. But I kept giving and giving and giving. So I'll repeat. They do not care. You have always been just a number, a statistical problem for them to sever without a thank you or anything else to interpret the last 13 years. This has not been acknowledged in any way, shape, or form. And by this I mean my job well done and my values and my work ethics. So where do I go from here? This is not all negative. At the moment, I'm just purging the shitty details. I'm finding it hard to see. I'm finding it hard to breathe. And I'm purging the shitty stink from my psyche. And I am my safe haven. My family and friends are my safe haven. And sometimes absolute strangers are my safe haven. And for me and all of you that I have come in contact with, I am truly grateful. For the connections and the support. I have always been a better friend to others than I have received back. I'm not asking for pity here or anything. That's just been me. I'm a benevolent person, and my strength as well as my weakness has been that I have always given far too much of myself to others who have not appreciated me. And this includes myself. I've been hardest on myself. I'm sorry. To all of the employers out there, don't treat your employees, your hard-working, loyal employees, like they mean nothing. Society and the way society has gone, I am now self-advocating, and I am advocating for every vulnerable person, whether or without a disability. That things in this funking world need to change. It is appalling. People will say, oh, but that's the legislation. They've ticked all the boxes. Woohoo. You know what my dad used to always say? My dad was a fantastic role model. He was also treated like a piece of shit by some of his employers. And just personal referencing here, my dad got mesothelioma from his job as a young man, and he died from that. Luckily, he had a good life. I witnessed at work someone passing away at their desk who was just within a meter and a half from me. What I witnessed and interpreted and translated from what I saw in the minutes and the hours, the days, the months, and the years after that occurrence shocked me. I was disgusted. And I will not mention any names or anything here. That is not what is important here. So you know who can make a difference? And we have all been guilty of condoning employers' behavior and allowing them to get away with the bad cultures are ourselves. So on my own, I can't wave a magic wand and change it. But I do have a voice, and I am self-advocating here. And what I'm saying is that individually, we can all do something. We mustn't be scared about standing up for our rights. I'm coming across quite aggressive now, I know, but if you'd seen me earlier, oh my God, I was crying like a baby. If you're unhappy in your job right now, what are you waiting for? Don't end up like me, who fell. I wasn't at work when I fell, but that changed my life. Work did not offer me any assistance. When I asked for assistance to get back to work, even before I went off on my long medical leave, well, I didn't think it was going to be that long, but it ended up being 2 years, over 2 years. You never know what's round the corner, guys. You never know. So if you're wanting happiness, only you can make you happy. If you're wanting change, what are you waiting for? It doesn't matter if you're 18, if you're 28, 38, 48, 58. It doesn't matter. Be respectful to yourself and get out. Get out and make a difference. Act. Take imperfect action and act on it. Get out. Change. Do not be afraid. As I said, I've always been so loyal. I've given far too much of myself to everybody. That has been my strength and my weakness. I'm lucky that where I am now, I've got some skills and some talents that I'm using to help me recover. Okay, I think I've said enough. What is that now? I think I'm at, oh my God, 25 minutes. No one will watch this because it's so long. Anyway, I'll come back and talk some more. So if you want to know more about what I'm doing and whatever, thank you.